My name is Ed Moniakani, Executive Director of CEPO. I would like to take this opportunity to express great disappointment and disturbance after learning from the leadership of the National Election Commission that the National Election Commission until today have not yet received the pre-election activities funding from the government. And this is in contradiction to a message that was officially communicated to the nation by the leadership of the National Election Commission following their meeting with the president some months ago, that president promised the National Election Commission will receive funding, and that funding will be much more aiming at financing pre-election activities. And today, as the month of October, still the leadership of the National Election Commission say those funding are not yet released. We would like to take this opportunity to urge His Excellency President that as the government keep on pronouncing that the country is ready to hold election by the schedule of December 2026 without any postponement, funding the National Election Commission is one of the indicators for measuring political commitment and political will of the leadership of the country if they want to see free and fair election under a minimum conditions that the elections will be held by the schedule of December 2026. Our fear is that all the factors that we have in the country, the political instability, the violation of Chapter 2 of the R-Access, which it means the resumption of the hostility that we're seeing going on in some part of the country, the other factors like climate change factors that are facing the country, and the delay of key political decisions on political matters that will help the Electoral Commission to have a technical knowledge on how to roll out election. Now, with the delay of funding, it seems the leadership pronouncement of the election is not on serious note. Or in other terms, what some leaders say the country will hold election as scheduled for December 2026 is actually what they don't mean. They mean elections will not be held, because if they say election will be held by December 2026, why until today the National Election Commission is seeking funding for pre-election activities that are supposed to be done since early of this year, so that the Electoral Commission have all the basics like civic education, civic orientation, voter education, voter registration. All these activities are supposed to be done since the beginning of this year. If until the end of this year they are not yet done, then how dare can the country go for election by schedule of December 2026? Our fear is that some of the political leaders are using the pronouncement for the country's ready for election is actually, it meant they are pronouncing opportunity for further extension of the transitional period. We are appealing to you with the due respect and honor, Your Excellency President, that your leadership need to rein on decisions for the release of funding to the National Election Commission if the country really meant to go for election by the schedule of December 2026. Secondly, the country need to respect the cessation of hostility agreement. It means we need to de-escalate the ongoing violence between SPLM-IO and SSPDF in some parts of the country, because so that the country can go for election. But also, you don't need to neglect the other armed opposition groups and signatories to R-Access. They pose a threat. They need to be engaged under the Tumaini. Therefore, political commitment and political leadership and political will is required if the country really wish to hold election by December 2026. Per now, indicators all were showing the country preparation for holding election by December 2026 is getting minimum, and time is running out. Time is not waiting for the National Election Commission. Thank you very much.